Have you ever sat down to work only to realize an hour has passed and you've done absolutely nothing? Your to-do list is still full, your brain feels foggy, and now you're frustrated wondering what's wrong with you. Let me tell you something real quick. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just stuck in a loop most people fall into, chasing productivity without understanding focus. See, we think we need massive change to fix our focus. New planners, fancy apps, hardcore routines. But what if I told you that it's actually the smallest, simplest changes, the ones you can do starting today, that can completely transform your mental clarity and daily focus? Yeah, that's what we're diving into today. Tiny changes, big results. Let's start with something unexpected, your environment. You ever notice how hard it is to concentrate in a messy space? Your brain is wired to react to clutter, whether you realize it or not. When your desk is covered in papers, cups, cords, whatever, your mind feels just as scattered. Now, I'm not saying you need a Pinterest-worthy desk setup. I'm saying take 2 minutes each morning, literally 2 minutes, and clear your workspace. Throw out trash, close tabs you're not using, put things back where they belong. That tiny change tells your brain, this space is safe, this space is ready. It's wild how much clearer your thinking gets when the noise around you is gone. Next tiny shift? Hydrate before you caffeinate. We reach for coffee first thing, thinking it'll wake us up. And it might, temporarily. But your brain, your actual thinking engine, is 75% water. Dehydration leads to mental fog, low energy, and worse focus. So before your coffee, drink a glass of water, just one. This doesn't sound life-changing, but try it for 3 mornings in a row and you'll feel the difference. That tiny switch, it's like hitting the refresh button on your mind. Now let's talk about one of the sneakiest focus killers, notifications, ping, buzz, ding. Even if you don't check your phone, your brain does. Your attention breaks just by hearing that sound. So here's a micro shift. Turn off non-essential notifications, all of them, not forever, just during your focused hours. Use do not disturb mode if you have to. Those 20 interruptions you get in an hour, they add up to hours of lost productivity over a week. One tiny setting, huge return. And here's one that might surprise you. Start your day without your phone. Even if it's just for the first 15 minutes. Most of us wake up and instantly scroll. Email, social media, news, messages. But when you do that, you're telling your brain other people's lives are more important than mine right now. Instead, take those first minutes for you. Breathe, stretch, drink that water. Set your intention for the day. That one micro change protects your focus like armor before the world tries to hijack it. Here's another one, and this one's a game changer. Set a focus timer before you begin any task. Ever heard of the Pomodoro technique? It's simple. 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break. But the real power is in the start. The timer creates a psychological contract. When you hit start, your brain knows it's go time. It stops hesitating. It doesn't matter if it's 25 minutes, 15, or even 10. The habit of starting with clear time boundaries is what builds laser-sharp focus. And speaking of habits, have a starting ritual. I don't mean lighting candles and chanting, unless you're into that. I mean doing the same short sequence before each focused session. Maybe it's closing your tabs, putting on your headphones, and opening your notes. That repetition cues your brain into work mode. It's a signal. Like a runner stepping onto the track. Over time, your brain associates that ritual with deep focus. That's a tiny change, but a powerful one. Now let's zoom in even tighter. Your posture. Sounds silly, right? But slouching can actually reduce alertness. Your brain and body are deeply connected. When you sit up straight, feet on the ground, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly lifted, you send a signal to your brain. We're awake, we're alert. Let's go. This literally boosts oxygen flow to your brain and can shift your mental energy almost instantly. No energy drinks needed. Let's throw in another underrated tool: music. Not just any music. Focus music. Lo-fi beats. Nature sounds. Alpha wave playlists. The kind of sound that fades into the background but helps drown out distractions. It creates a sound environment where your brain can settle, but don't overthink it. Find one playlist you like and use it only when you want to focus. That association trains your mind to lock in whenever the music starts. Again, a small shift, big difference. Let's pause for a second. Notice something? These aren't magic tricks. You're not learning anything wildly new. These are small, almost too simple changes, but that's the point. Focus isn't about changing who you are. It's about tuning the system you already have. And speaking of systems, let's talk about one that's often overlooked: micro-reflection. Once a day, maybe before lunch, maybe before bed, ask yourself, where did I lose focus today? Just notice it. No shame, no judgment. The act of noticing is powerful. It builds awareness, and awareness builds control. Once you know where your attention leaks are, you start plugging them one by one. This is how champions think. They review, adjust, improve, not once a year, daily. Now, here's one most people resist, but it's gold. Get outside, even if it's just 5 minutes. Step away from your screen, breathe fresh air, look at something far away, trees, sky, a horizon. Your brain gets overstimulated indoors, staring at screens. Nature resets it, lowers cortisol, boosts clarity, improves memory. Tiny move, massive results. While we're on movement, stretch. Yeah, just stretch. Especially your neck, shoulders, back. Long hours of sitting trap tension in your body. That physical tension quietly drains mental energy. Set a reminder, stand up, do a 30-second stretch. You'll be shocked how much clearer your mind feels after that small release. Okay, here's a fun one. Use visual cues. Put a sticky note with a word like focus or one thing where you can see it. It's cheesy. It works. Your brain responds to repetition. When you see that cue 20 times a day, it gently redirects your attention back to what matters. And over time, you internalize it. Let's get a little deeper now. One of the most powerful tiny changes you can make is how you speak to yourself. Ever caught yourself saying, I can't focus, I'm so distracted, I'm terrible at this? Yeah, we all do it. But your brain believes what you tell it. So shift the language, even slightly. Try, I'm learning to focus better, or I'm getting sharper each day. Doesn't have to be fake. Just a small tilt in direction. That shift in identity is the seed that grows into consistent focus. And while we're at it, celebrate tiny wins. You stayed focused for 20 minutes straight, that's a win. You caught yourself before going down the Instagram rabbit hole, big win. You remembered to drink water instead of grabbing your third coffee, win. Every time you reward your brain for staying on track, even just with a yes, you reinforce the habit. You train your mind that focus feels good, that it matters, that it's possible. Let me leave you with this. Everyone wants to be more productive, more successful, more in control of their time and energy. But the truth is, it's not the big changes that create big results. It's the small ones, the glass of water, the 2-minute desk reset, the do not disturb toggle, the posture shift, the decision to reflect instead of react. These are the seeds. Plant enough of them and you grow something unshakable. Focus isn't something you find, it's something you build, one tiny change at a time. So start today, not tomorrow, not next Monday, right now. Pick one of these tiny shifts and try it for the next hour. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need to change your whole life. You just need to start with one small, intentional move toward clarity. Because once you begin, momentum takes over. And you'll look back a month from now, maybe a year from now, and realize that tiny change, it was the turning point.